You get lost in your imperfections. You get lost in the things you want. But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, or maybe you would see that all this time I've been right here. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Maybe we could go and find a view if we need some entertainment. But we don't have to hurry, cause our conversation's always entertaining. And if you just want me to listen, I can do that too. Because all that I can do for you, I'll do. Oh yeah, baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. Good. Thank you for asking.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, welcome to the sTEaD TALKS Livestream via Kin Homestead, the live stream where we talk about off-grid living, homesteading, life,
Gardening.
happiness,
Children.
the pursuit of which is paramount. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to just tell you right off the bat, if you want the highest quality stream this evening, go check it out on YouTube, because I'm looking at the old Facebook over there, and you're getting like 15 frames a second. It's not very good. So, hey, what can we do? We're doing the best we can with our off-grid internet connection, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
And we can't up the frames there.
Yeah, we can't up the frames. I got out my frame upping tools, and they don't even fit.
Cannot compute.
So we're going to do something a little different tonight, and I hope that we have, several people in the chat helping to keep this alive, because what we're going to do is an Ask Me Anything, an AMA, which Carrie learned that word today. Maybe I'm just a super nerd, but it's something that I'm aware of as a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so while we wait for anybody to pop on and give us a little bit of the old questions in the comments, why don't we just kind of talk a little bit about what we've been doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing we've been doing is filming like crazy.
We have been.
We have been doing a bunch of filming, and there's a video that we're gonna have coming out here pretty soon, which I mean, as far as all the videos we've made in the past, this is probably the most worthy of being a viral sensation. I don't want to oversell it, but it's probably the best video that's ever been made
In the history of the universe.
So, no, it's really good.
I do like how it's coming in.
Yeah, it's really good. Still gonna, it's a way, like most good things, it's gonna take a little time, a little bit of time, but we're not rushing it. We're trying to make it as good as possible.
Yep.
Like we have written on our wall in front of our monitors here, make the best videos possible. That's the new goal. So,
Which has already, I think, upped our game. There were things that I was like, oh, I should get that, but I have to, walk all the way back to the house. Not this time.
Yep.
Not this time.
That is true. That is true.
I got it out.
And then we also determined who it is that we want to communicate with these videos, which I think helped tremendously.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to tell you, because what are the chances they're going to see this? So what we want to do is we want to show people who struggle or who have obstacles and who have given up on certain goals or dreams that they have, that no matter what the barrier is, they can overcome it, because if us two can, then you can too. And I think that's a really good place for us to communicate from, because let me tell you, we encounter barriers. We encounter them a lot. So it's nice to kind of show how we overcome those things, or don't, because sometimes...
Or have to change how it is that we're going about doing it.
Exactly.
To make it more feasible.
Yeah.
To be done in a less chaotic, or whatever the case may be, type of a way.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. You may also notice that we have our red solo cups this evening, which nobody watching in context to us knows what that means. But we figured we'd have a little drink with you tonight. And,
just kind of kick it and chill.
Yeah, hang out, hang loose, do the kickback thing. Which we very rarely do. I usually have all of this stuff prepared and a whole talk that I've written and yada yada. Tonight, we want to talk about what you want to talk about. Looks like we have our first question here, which could be an interesting one to look at. So we have, hi, Caitlin.
Hello, Caitlin.
For whatever reason, I'm not. Hold on, just a second. Let me. Oh, I know what it is. Why don't you start looking at this? So the first question is, what's the hardest part of homesteading? And why don't you give your viewpoint first?
Sure, and that is a fabulous question.
It is fabulous.
I think that the hardest part is sort of doing. You want to do something like, for example, for me, gardening isn't something I've had a lot of experience doing my entire life. So it's like starting out fresh and being willing to make a ton, like I might kill all my plants. I'm gonna try not to, and I'm doing tons and tons of learning. So I think it's really like, you know, being okay with not knowing a lot of stuff and kind of feeling silly about it. And then being willing to learn in the process of figuring it out as you go and not waiting until you know it before you're ready to start. And with YouTube, there's just such a wealth of information that for me has been really, really helpful every step of the way. Oh, how do I do? Now I'm ready to cut my lettuce. So how do I do that? Just because, you know, I want it to continue to grow. So, you know, it was important for me that I find that out, as ridiculous as it sounds as I'm saying it. Like, that's kind of lame. But, you know, it's like, okay, well, I didn't know. So I wanted to like feel right about what it was I was going to do before doing it in that respect. So I think it's kind of putting systems together that you don't know if they're going to work. And when you do it, you go, okay, well, this is something I'm having, like, this isn't very workable. So I need to see what is another way that I could make it work. So, and then with being off grid too, there's just the other element of being fully self-sustaining when it comes to water and it comes to power and waste, and knowing what you're going to do with those things. And like power, check, that is done and it's working. There are other things that we want to upgrade that. So I think being willing to do those little steps just to get you a little closer. And here's my favorite thing. Like, I've had this mantra for years, right? We've been doing this for like 10 years with the exception of the last like 2.5. Is it's this way right now, but it isn't going to be this way forever. We've like changed where the kitchen location was, or the sink, I think 3 or 4 different times. And in that sort of construction process, you know, there's stuff everywhere, and the things that you're used to going and getting are like piled in this other area. And even right now, we're still in a little bit of a flux in that sort of a way where it's that thing's, you know, I have to kind of traverse down the hall a little bit to go get some dishes because there's not space in the kitchen. So it's like, okay, it is that way now, but it isn't going to be that way forever. So I'm not going to like really get stressed out about the things that I know will change and isn't just a right now can just, okay, great, we're ready to, holy crap, you have a scorpion on you.
Did I really?
Yeah, I think you just
Oh shit! I knocked it off.
like brushed it. I don't know where.
It's right there.
Oh my gosh. Where is it?
It's right there.
Oh my god. Okay,
Get it,
I'm
yeah.
gonna capture this and tell everybody. Off grid life. That's a first.
How did I get a scorpion on
I
me?
don't know. Here's how you capture a scorpion. Here, you want to get this, love?
Sure.
I meant the camera.
Oh.
Sorry. Trying to find something then. Oh my, I can't even believe that was on you.
So, Caitlin, what's the hardest part about homesteading for me? It's trying to live stream without being attacked by scorpions, apparently.
Well, there you go. That was just on Jason. Shouldn't have shown you.
Oh, good.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
What have we gotten ourselves into this evening?
I'd touch it one more time and release it
Yeah.
to the chickens. Chickens love eating scorpions, by the way.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah, you want to give me a double check and make sure I don't have a second one on? When I put my shirt on. When I put this shirt on. It was in the closet. Well, what'd you guys think of that, chat? Did you hear? Did you see? Did you see that? Luckily, I'm actually recording it this time, which is going to be kind of hilarious.
I got it. I'm taking it out now.
Can you hold it up? And you can see through the window here. Yeah, you see it right there? What a little.
Man, that's crazy. I'll go ahead and.
Oh, there it is. Now the chat's working. Okay, so Carrie's going to take this out. Lila says, "Oh my God!" And this is why I live with cold and blizzards. Well, so do we. And in fact, we've had the weirdest weather ever for the last week or so. I'll talk about that while Carrie
handles the scorpion.
Handles the scorpion. That was on. I can't wait to see the because the way Carrie said what she said, I was just like,
Dad just now.
My father, and I'm like, okay, I got a punch.
And he's all,
and
oh my God, did you splash it onto me?
Scorpion.
This was on your dad.
Jeez.
Stung anybody? That hurt so bad.
I'm glad I did it.
Funny, Lila, is tonight we decided to just kind of kick back, have a couple drinks with you guys. I don't, we don't drink very often. Once every fiscal year. And we figured, this is a special occasion, hanging out with friends. So we decided to
listen to the chickens thing.
To pour a couple.
Do it that way. One of you can
attack me during mid live stream. That's what we get for that.
You just put it in the sink, but
that's how it goes. So weather. The weather's been freaking crazy. It's been 90 degrees and like super dry all during the day, and then as soon as the sun starts to go in the downward direction, why don't you go ahead and leave that open? It's too hot in here. As soon as the sun starts to just, go over noon, all the clouds roll in and it just goes buck nutty. We've had rain, we've had golf ball size hail, and it's June somethingth, 7th, 6th, 7th. We've even got a Jackie boy here.
Yeah, your sister's just.
Yeah, I can't actually process what just happened.
I'm still. The girls are gonna take it to the chickens.
Yeah. Okay, so what was being asked beforehand was, Caitlin, what's the hardest part of homesteading?
Well, very ironic timing. That's literally the second time in 10 years I have ever seen a scorpion inside our house, and the first time ever in this house.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was saying before, but
yeah,
it's this way right now, but it won't be this way. So ironic.
Yeah. So we'll talk some more about this, Caitlin. Lila says, I don't drink, but damn, after that, I want one to settle my nerves after your impression of the Scorpion King. Holy crap, I can't even believe that.
He dusted it onto me too. I'm like, where is it?
I didn't know what you're because you didn't say Scorpion until until the end of the thing, so I'm going like this.
To censor myself.
From Scorpion?
No.
Oh, all the other words that
were coming to mind, and keeping in mind I'm alive, so I'm like,
Schmurg. Let's have here from now on. Just do this: pineapple, like that. Grapefruit.
I'll try that next time.
That was crazy. Where was it on me?
It was right here. It was like
it was trying to make a home in my beard. What it didn't know is that I keep a fist under there, and so it would have been, it would have been in for a fight. So, all right. So back to the subject of what is the hardest part of homesteading. Well, For me, I think so. I like to know things, right? It was on me, kiddo. But we're moving on now. I like to know things and predict things out. I think last week I was talking about how I'll like go through a bunch of scenarios in my head and practice them, so when I'm ever in that scenario I can just like push a button and I'll respond in a certain way, and that gives me the appearancy of quick wit. um, but it is an appearancy nonetheless. This is practiced. um, and so this lifestyle does not allow for that to occur. Like you, I mean, case in point, right? Um, I did not have a scenario in my repertoire of scenarios of what to do when a scorpion crawls on your chest and tries to get up in your beard on a live stream. Like, you know, but I'm surprised like that constantly, like every day. And that part is very hard for me because I like to be in control of things, and I've always made a joke out of the whole plans make the best kindling thing, but I generally have like backup plans on top of backup plans, and none of them ever work, but I have them. And this is a life that you can't plan for everything. You can try, but it doesn't generally work. Yeah. How about you? Anything else? What else is hard? Excuse me.
Um,
When your husband throws scorpions at you?
yeah. That's real hard. It's real hard. Something's been a hold with me for a long time.
I've been meaning to bring this up.
I think it's sort of the hardest things, but honestly, it's so much more fun and gratifying to do the work that goes into solving problems, because it's a mental workout, it's a physical workout, and it's so much more rewarding than it is when we were living our more normal life, where it was just, I don't know, going through the motions. You clean this, you clean that, you cook dinner, and then on to the next day. You watch some TV, and there wasn't that like going right outside your door and finding such joy for myself.
Yeah.
And just the beauty that's all around. I just love it so much. It makes the things that are a little bit more laborious so worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, so much more fun. Yeah, I will say that even what I was talking about what's difficult for me is that we always have something to solve. It's a lot more stimulating, right? And there's all kinds of things that you can put your attention on that aren't up here, right? It's a very extroverting lifestyle, because you have to put your attention out there into the environment in order to catch the things, as close to when they happen as possible. So yeah. What else you guys got? You guys got some more questions? And they don't have to be about homesteading. I mean, it could be anything that you want to know about us. This is like a chance for us to know about you and you to know about us. And you could even ask Vegas here some questions. He loves to talk and answer questions, I mean to say.
Oh, buddy.
Yep. What's your favorite part about living out here?
The internet.
Having internet. Interesting.
I mean, it is one of my favorite things that we do have out here, so that we can do all of our fun stuff like this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you like doing outside? Uh-huh. You like playing? All right.
Fabulous. How about the catching frogs and going to the lake?
Ooh, that was fun, huh, bud? Did you enjoy doing that? Good.
That's super fun.
All right. Well, if you think of anything else, you just let us know, okay? So one of the things that's been happening lately that I've been really interested in watching is, so when we first got Merlin's doing amazing, by the way. He was the quietest husky that I've ever even heard of. He didn't make any noise or anything else like that. So then we started teaching him tricks, and one of them was speak, and he'd do this. Well, as you guys know from watching last week, Karen, Carrie's mom, just moved out here, and she has a basset hound, and a basset hound that every bit of motion, like barks, howls, and does the basset hound, howl, right? And so now Merlin is trying to learn how to do this whole howling thing, because I don't know if he wasn't able to in his last home, um, but now, I don't care if he.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious because
Choir.
yeah, it's like you get the basset hound is like row 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 row.
And then he's
and
on.
then, yeah, and then Merlin is
Wow, a very good impression.
oh yay. I work on these things.
It's good.
You know?
It's good.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
Yeah, he's really awesome.
Yeah, he's just like
I'm so happy that he has the temperament and the personality that he does. He's awesome.
yeah. Yeah, me too.
I just really enjoy him. When we walk around outside now, he walks right at my, like he's just right at my hip. I did not teach him that. Just like,
This is where I want to be.
yeah, it's adorable.
I also walk around outside at Carrie's hip. So I understand what he's like.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it's a nice place to walk.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we got another question from Lila. Besides the lake, I am guessing it's close. How do you all cool off during work and play and to play? Like actually physically cool off, or just blow off steam?
I'm gonna go with cool off.
Yeah.
Lately, though, it's not. We've had like thunderstorms every day for the last couple days, so we really only had like 2 weeks so far, I think, of actual like hot during the day, and we just kick the fans on and sit in the shade. There's usually a nice breeze, but or we go to the lake.
Yeah.
To cool off.
Yeah, it's a nice way to handle things. About 2 months from now, the lake water is going to be like 80 degrees, but it's going to be 100 degrees outside, so it's still technically cooling off, right?
I love it. I
Yeah.
don't mind that at all.
It's super nice.
Not at all.
For me, I take layers off until I'm in a what's it called? Running around in my cod piece. I go and get a maple leaf, and I run around and I do. I'm just kidding. I don't really do that. I don't know. And I also don't want to make you try and imagine that either. But then even saying that,
Look what you've done.
and look what I've done. Look what I continue to do. Yeah. Anyway, and then if it gets like super super hot, and she was talking about physically, how do you cool off physically? If it does get super hot, this is one of the major advantages to having a hybrids, right? And yeah, they're hippie cars. Sue me. Uh, but they're great for a lot of things having to do with off-grid living, and because you can let them run, and they're just going to run long enough to charge up the battery, and then they'll kick themselves off. You can run the air conditioning in them, and get yourself a nice little cool off. Just a little cool off right there. But for
Just to go on drives a lot.
yeah,
too.
drives, run the air conditioning
Gets
on a
me
drive, or just even having the 60, 70 mile an hour wind hitting you, cools you right down.
Yeah.
We do have the chest freezer, and when it gets a lot hotter, we'll make frozen neckerchiefs. That helps a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Popsicles are always fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, these are all the things that you get good at doing when you live off grid in the desert,
Mm-hmm.
where it also happens to snow and
Yep.
and have hard freezes for 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
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 You got to learn how to handle your elements, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's all about the maple leaf. Yeah. The Canadians got it right.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Hey, well, I'd like to remind you guys, if you have the opportunity, share this live stream so we can get some more people in the mix. Let's get lots of questions going and lots of conversation and lots of opportunity for crazy things to happen, like scorpions just crawling out of my shirt.
Can't wait to see that again. And
Oh, me too. I'm so excited about that. It's going to make a fantastic short. Attack of the Scorpion.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super crazy. Let's see what Doris has to say here. Doris, I'm here, but I'm out of high-speed internet, and right now it is high traffic time, so it keeps stopping on me. And I'm sure I will be no good in the chat. Doris, that you're just hanging out with us is enough for us. But if you can, throw some questions up there in the old chat, and then you can always come back and see it later. Even if you can't hear my answer now, I guarantee at this point it's gonna be a hoot. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. And thank you, Lila.
Yeah, and thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. What other ways are there to overcome the elements out here? Like staying warm, staying cool, staying dry, which we've done a terrible job of the last couple of is so we've had this crazy rain, right? And a lot of rain. And then that lot of rain becomes these golf ball sized hail balls, which is not something that we get out here very often. But when we do, it's in June. So
Super unexpected.
it's actually a big part of the video or a part of the video that we're making, because some crazy stuff happened. So when that comes out, you'll definitely want to watch it. Plus, I mean, it's going to be cinematic gold. We're really putting some effort into it. So it'll be the best video that we ever made.
You get to see another bit of our lives and the progression that will unfold as more of it unfolds for us.
Yeah, as you do.
Mm-hmm. Lila says, yes, please, a slow-mo of the scorpion surprise will be nice.
Oh, yeah, that's going on Reels. That's going on Shorts. I'm putting that on TikTok. It's all happening.
Yeah. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, we'll do a slow-mo. I'll turn it into like a kung fu movie, get some green screen going. You know how I nerd out on these things. Yeah, well, I did want to show you a little bit of the rain stuff, and just kind of how it made us feel when it started raining, because water's always it's always something that you got to solve when you live out like this, where we live. But I'm not going to say too much about it. I'm not going to say, because it'll let the surprise, the cat out of the bag. But I wanted to just kind of take a second and do a little bit of this. That is right. It's the little things that are important to recognize. And this is the part of the live stream where we celebrate one little tiny thing that brought us joy this week. And here is what that was this week for us. Well, it's June 4th and it's hailing. That's weather on the mountain. I'm just glad it's raining at all. It's one, maybe even 2 days where we don't have to figure out how to find water for the garden. This is like, this is a gift when it rains like this at this time of year. And it puts a big old smile on my face. Did you see that ear to ear? Did you see that? It was just like the biggest smile ever.
So lovely.
I'm not like a guy who smiles. Well, because of the teeth. But
I'm smiling on the inside.
I'm smiling on the inside. But I was yeah.
It was very exciting.
It was very exciting for the rain to come and just knock down all the dust. And when you see the video that we're making, that should be out, I don't know, next week sometime, you'll understand why it was such an amazing gift for it to just come down like it did.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah.
See what Sarah says. It was such a gully washer. Yes, it was. And was that like the rain washing out I've never heard that saying before. So, gully washer.
I love it.
I do though. I do. Yeah. Yeah, it sure was. I mean, and it came down for a little while. And we were out filming when it started to hail, just so happens. And then these big old hail balls started, and we started getting pegged by them, and it was just bang, bang, bang. And we're like,
oh, and the kids.
So, it got real. It got real fast. Mm-hmm. Real fast.
Fun and funny.
It was.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice when it, I don't have to water the garden and it just,
yeah.
And a super thorough soaking.
Mm-hmm. That is the truth.
Very happy. Very happy.
We got Ray in the chat. What's up, Ray? And his alter ego. Let's go, Brandon.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're you missed some fireworks earlier. Let me tell you, it was pretty crazy. Why don't you fill Ray in on what happened?
Well, so I'm talking along and I look over at Jason and I see something crawling on him, and I realize it's a scorpion, and I don't even know. I'm like, there's a. And he's like, I say scorpion, and he's all. And then I caught it, and then tried to show the camera, and it climbed down. It was great fun.
It was quite a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do a slow-mo version of that.
Yeah, it ought to be interesting. Watch my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was getting wild in here. Yeah, it was getting wild scorpions crawling under my beard up in here. You know, like I told Carrie, though, I hide a fist under there, so, you know, if I have to, can defend myself with a beard. That's the whole point. It's a concealed carry beard, you know.
That's,
You know,
you know what's interesting, and I just have to point this out.
point it out.
My name is Carrie,
Yeah.
and sometimes I think he's using my name as something when he's using the verb form,
Yeah.
which just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should say carry.
Carry.
I'm gonna carry it. that way it doesn't, you know, get you mixed up.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, apparently my definition of the gully washer was correct. So thank you for clarifying that, Sarah. That's awesome. Yeah, let me tell you, it was, you know, we've both been stung by the scorpions out here before, and although they are not deadly, they not only hurt for weeks, like it's like a bee sting that hurts for several weeks, but they also leave a scar. There's like a scar tissue that builds, and like Carrie's got one on her leg, I've got one on my leg and on my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like you were poked with fire.
you, yeah, and
Yeah.
and you hula hooped with something also painful.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't experience that first.
Yeah.
Second thing you said was
It's like I swam in lava. It hurts. It's painful. And it's funny that like such a little thing with the tiny claws, you know, and this picture or you know, stinger can cause that much pain to someone, you know, who's obviously a little bigger than they are. It's amazing. Anyway, the rain caused me tremendous joy this week, and that's why. we got a little off point there.
it's awesome.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, man. Oh, look, it's Ron. Hey, Ron, how's it going, man? Finally, I catch you guys on live instead of after. Looking great, guys. Hey, thanks, man. You're gonna want to go back and watch the beginning. I won't get too much into it, but we had a special guest who was a frickin' scorpion crawling around on my chest on the live stream. So my reaction to it is internet comedy gold. So we'll see. I can't believe I didn't see it on the screen, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I'd have been like, but yeah, Ron. Hey, man, I'm glad to have you here. We're actually doing a kind of a different thing tonight, where we're just doing a kickback, chit chat, ask all the questions. This is what's called an AMA, an Ask Me Anything. And so, if you have any questions about what we do out here or anything else like that, fire away. Do. Well, maybe if you guys were running around wild in maple leaves, you wouldn't have got stung. LOL, just kidding. You know, our branch used to be called Sunburn Ass Ranch, right? I mean,
Funny.
I was a lot skinnier then. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I was making a rock garden when I got stung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes the only thing you can grow out here is rocks.
My rock garden's my favorite thing.
Rock garden, you don't have to water it. It just stays exactly as you made it.
Doesn't get blown over by the wind.
Yeah, and if it
And
does,
can collect
you got
everything.
serious other problems to deal with. So, Lila says special guest was the stinger for sure. Yes, you are correct.
Lila, did you see it on him? Like as I'm like, oh, I mean, it was so tiny, like,
Yeah.
but not so. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just curious.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ron will for sure. He's going to check out the beginning because he'd like to see that. I'm also going to make a short out of it and a reel and post it because it was. I think my reaction was pretty hilarious, especially because for the first time ever in all these live streams, we have our red solo cups out, and Ron, you know what that means. So we're in slightly rare form this evening. But for a scorpion to come and just act a fool on us, that was unexpected.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you. What is your favorite thing about the homesteading off-grid life?
Do you really want to know? Like,
No, not really.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad you asked then. That's fantastic.
Oh, buddy.
So what my actual favorite thing about it is? Can't nobody tell me nothing. That's my actual favorite thing is that, like, I mean, I love the lifestyle and I love the freedom and I love the having problems to solve and all of that stuff. But the fact that ain't nobody tell me what to do, when to do it. I mean, other than you, which I accept, 50% of the time, graciously. But that is my actual favorite part. I love the fact that our county doesn't have the resources to like send people out here to be like, oh, you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that, because they would be met with hostility if they were, and my hostility is like quiet, and it's just mean, right? Like, and so nobody got time for that,
Yeah, neither do they.
No, neither do they. They got bigger things to deal with. I love that about being out here. And then I love the sky at night, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love being able to just spend a bunch of time with you guys, and be able to do all of the things that we do together, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
We do a lot of stuff together, and a very small portion of we try to share as much as we possibly can, but sometimes you just get into the middle of something and you don't have a camera on you, and so the stuff that we do together is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Whew.
So wait.
Yeah.
Well, I like that.
Let's pick up a couple of these chats here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
So start thinking of a good answer that makes me,
Very good
I'm sorry, that makes us look good. Just kidding.
It's gonna make us look terrible.
Yeah, and mine made us look more like a menace. Let's see. Ron says, my plan is to buy some property out here, and you guys will be my go-to. I need a bug out location. Hell yeah, man. This is like, this is the spot. One of the things I also love about this place is that it's easily defensible. There's only one way to get up the hill, and onto our level of the property, because it's on the, the side of a mountain. And then there's like rock outcroppings up on the sides, easily defensible from bandits and marauders. In case the end of the world comes, we're gonna be just fine. We're gonna be just fine.
Pirates.
And pirates and aliens and yeah, other such road warriors, gypsies and jugglers.
Oh my.
Oh, look, Lila says, I seen it fling through the air.
You did?
For a second. That's awesome. He's just like, get off of me. Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to like scoop it in a way that it flew that way. I was sure it was on me after the FG.
Oh yeah, no. I like,
That's good. That was Well done on that part.
It was my first thought was how can I mitigate this situation? And I said these words in my head, how can I mitigate this situation without causing any harm to my most loved one? You know?
Appreciate that.
I was thinking it all the way through. That's why it was such a delayed reaction. I had to take all those things into. I'm just glad he wasn't here. It would have added a whole different variable.
Whole nother level.
Yeah.
Well done.
Hey, you're welcome. Ron says my wife bought some, so I have a pink Solo cup right now. Right on, man. I always say it's not pink, it's salmon. So.
That's great.
All right. Do you research, or is this all knowledge you have picked up through life? You know and do so much. I do some research, and when I want to do like a project of some kind, I'll watch a bunch of YouTube videos, which is why I have such an affinity for YouTube. I love YouTube because pretty much everything, the foundation of everything that I've learned in life started with watching a YouTube video. Yeah, because it's certain. I mean, we went to the same high school, so you you know it didn't come from there. And so I do that research, but then I have this problem, and this problem is essentially like I know a better way to do that. Is how it plays out in my head, and it's a character flaw. Some people would say, and. So then I get the opportunity to learn a lot from the many mistakes that I make trying to sort things out for myself. So I think that's kind of like my whole process, right?
And I do a lot of research.
Yeah, she's quite virtuous, and I know we're being like tongue in cheek right now, but you know she's definitely the better half of this here.
Oh, thanks.
Thing. It's just lucky that I'm independently wealthy, and whatnot, because otherwise this wouldn't work. I'm just kidding. That is not my. That is also not my situation. So. Ron, who I've known since like freshman year in high school, Jason has always been knowledgeable about a lot of dumb stuff, but nonetheless so knowledgeable about everything. I just pick things up and then I store them away, and then when I don't have anything going on, I just practice with the information so that I can call it up like that. That's what it is.
You have like game shows playing in your head?
I do. You've seen me watch game shows.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
explain to the audience what that's like.
Before the question is done being answered and I have a chance to think, not that it's a competition, but before the end of the question is even reached, he's already said the answer. I'm just like,
shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying, but I have to. I have to spit it out.
No, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah. I have this memory where nothing important do I ever remember, but random knowledge, I'll just pick it up. You know, I think at some point in my past, I decided I'm going to be on Jeopardy one day and I'm going to need to know this. And then I started a like internal file for all of that information. And it's just been getting fatter and fatter and fatter ever since. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Lala says that must be awesome to see the stars without light pollution. Oh, it's like
incredible.
You know, you see those pictures from like professional photographers that you can see like the whole Milky Way and every star in the sky, and it just looks like somebody took a black piece of paper and put it over the sky and poked a bunch of holes in it and shined a light through it. At least that's what it looks like to me.
Wow.
You know,
Nice.
right? I saw The Lion King a bunch of times when I was a kid. You know,
Did they do that in the Lion King?
something like
Because I
that.
don't
You know,
remember
all the ancestors were up there just poking holes in the sky.
Right. Literally don't remember that. But it is beautiful.
Random knowledge.
It is that beautiful.
But it's just like those pictures, only better because you don't just see what the photographer captured. You can see literally 180 degrees.
Just the Milky Way.
Just gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And the planets.
The planets look
that
like
was just sitting
stars,
there.
like big stars in the sky
Just
at night.
magnificent.
It is magnificent.
Yeah. Love it.
It is. Ron says people don't realize what that kind of peace does for a person. Yeah, it's so true, man. Having the ability to not really, you know, again, Ron's known me for a long time. Would you say I ever like really cared what people thought of me? Like ever in the time that you've known us? But that just became more of like you know, I'm not disrespectful. I'm a very nice person but I have absolutely no concern about, you know, any of the outside influences. And that was something that I lost when we lived in the city. I actually started to care about, well, I can't do this because somebody might think this or whatever. Now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Like,
Yeah, what's your favorite thing? What's like the
oh, well, actually, that kind of what Ron said there is my favorite thing is being able to walk outside 3 steps out of my front door or just looking out my windows and seeing just gorgeous mountains and gorgeous views and not like, you know, 'cause some days for me, like I like being outside a lot, but I don't necessarily want to like have us, you know, have like a conversation with somebody or have to keep a close eye on my kids because there's other kids and
or
you know, you want
cars
to
or
make sure, yeah, or cars or so, you know, there was not like really stressful things, but things that didn't like chill me out and I couldn't just sit and enjoy like the peaceful outside. It was these kids yelling at each other and that car screeching past and just things that were like, oh my gosh, constantly. And now to just hear nothing but birds when I'm outside and the wind blowing through the trees is like,
yeah. And not just hearing the birds, right? Like you pretty much everywhere you can hear like crows going, right? Or
down there
birds
or
in
here?
general, anywhere,
yeah.
you know, anywhere in the country.
Oh, sure.
But we can actually hear the sound of the birds' wings flapping, like
Really
the
cool.
when they're flying by. It is like
So, like
it's the
I feel
craziest
like
thing.
a little kid that's giddy. It's like, oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, did you hear the birds? Or when the Canadian geese fly
Oh.
by. No.
I love your impressions this evening.
I'm all about the impressions. Hey, can I want to answer Ron's question here with
Yeah, I need more of that.
oh, that's
Mhm.
over here.
I know.
So Ron has a question here. Can I ask what's in the solo cups? Love the convo, just interested.
I think our name.
Yeah, our so we have a neighbor that that like always brings us gifts.
He's so sweet.
He's super sweet. I don't know, would you say he's about 50 years old? 50-year-old Chinese guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we use a translator actually.
yeah, we actually talk through a cell phone translator, which is pretty funny. But he always brings Ferrero Rocher, like boxes of, I mean,
The biggest size
like,
that you
yeah,
can get, and
yeah.
like 2 trays of them. Oh,
And before he was bringing us wine,
Cabernet Sauvignon, which is
Sauvignon,
joy.
which he also brought a Blanc,
Oh,
yeah, once, which I prefer, but we'll move past that. But this last time, he brought us a half gallon of this. So we have the Dr. Pepper and Jameson.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we have one hand.
Yeah. And this was like 4 months ago, and it's about I don't know, an eighth of the way gone because we just never really drink. We thought this is a special occasion. Oh, hanging out with friends, might as well have a drink. And it's not Sunday morning. Another benefit to doing it at this time rather than the other time. Yeah.
Yeah, we thought we'd just do a. Well, it'd be fun to just kind of hang out. See what's on your guys' mind.
Yeah. Also, I want to know what are you guys up to these days? What's like what's taking up all your time? What do you have going on? Let's see, Ron says I was lost as well until I moved out of Cali. I didn't have to keep up with the Kardashians next door. Yeah. I agree. It is amazing to wake up and have coffee outside and feel peace.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is the thing, man. And although we're still technically in California, we're literally in the state of Jefferson, which is a totally different place. Let me tell you, this place is nothing like anywhere in California, anywhere at all. But yeah, man, I agree. I agree with you. Scorpion juice. Yeah, it's apparently it like they're attracted to the scent. You know.
You know, I'm surprised I didn't like have like the heebie-jeebies for a little while. I just know it's so like doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you don't have the heebie-jeebies too.
Are you like, is that another one?
Hey, I don't want to talk about it. I keep having this like errant hair on my beard, like touch my neck, and I'm just all. I'm sure when I watch the playback, I'm gonna be like every 5 seconds. Gosh, yeah. But I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you. I love you so much.
Sometimes talking about it helps.
Yes. Use your words. Come on, big guy. You can do it. Yep. Ron says, well, I'm just glad I can have a drink with you tonight. Yeah, man.
Cheers.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that of all the live streams that this is the one that you came and hung out with us on. You know, sometimes after the live stream I go like, oh, that was good. Or sometimes I'm like, I felt a little preachy. And it's nice to just mix it up and just be like, let's sit down and talk. Because if we were in the same room, this is what it would be like. You know, we'd be chit-chatting, talking, laughing, having fun. I'd be throwing scorpions at you. You know, it's kind of my thing. And yeah,
It's the heart pumping, I'll tell you what.
It does. Yeah, well, I'm just glad I didn't have a stroke or something after that happened. I was just like, yeah.
I'm glad too.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think of that as a possibility, so.
Yeah, well,
Thanks.
that's because I try to keep it off the wavelengths. You know? Guy my size is always 2 steps away. Scorpion, boom. Yeah.
What are you guys doing? We were having a live stream on YouTube when a scorpion started climbing up.
And then he had a stroke, and yeah.
But that's not the story we'll be telling.
Yeah, I think the story we got tonight is a lot better. Let's go. Brandon's been doing a lot of work in driving a cement mixer, like one of the big old trucks.
Cool.
Because here's the thing, I got questions about that particular trade. If that's what you're talking about, because like I have some experience with the old cement mixing trucks when I was doing solar and electrical down south. And man, nothing can bring you more joy than after 7 hours of waiting on a job site, a cement truck showing up with 1 hour left in the day. I mean, that feeling is like Christmas for a kid, you know? But then again, I've never understood why when a cement company tells me they're going to be there at 10, why they're there at 4:15, you know? I just don't get it. So maybe we can chit chat about that a little bit, Mr. Ray. Yeah, he says yuppers. Yeah, so what is the deal with the schedule on the old concrete trucks? Because it seems to me like they need to be like on time, because otherwise they're gonna be driving around with a big concrete brick in their truck. In fact, it reminds me of. Did you ever see the MythBusters where they blew one up?
No, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they put a bunch of dynamite in it and blew it up in a bomb squad, thing, Alameda County.
Huh.
And it was because like they could do that with that truck because they had a full load just dry in the back of the truck.
Wow, I love MythBusters.
Yeah, I miss them. All right. Ron says, well, it's 10 here. I've had a smile on my face the whole time, but I get up before the sun. Glad we got to connect. I'll catch up with you guys hopefully on the next one. Much love and respect. Good night. Hey, Ron, thank you so much, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I really want you to go back and see my reaction to the scorpion, whether it's today or tomorrow. But I would love to see that, or I'd love to hear what you thought of that. So, but yeah, man, I'm super glad to have been able to have a drink with you and hang out, and I'm glad you had a smile on your face, and hopefully we can do more of this. Yeah, buddy.
Have a good night.
That would be the plant's boss's job, behind the desk eating donuts all day. LOL. Yeah. Well, tell that guy that I have some words I would like to express to him, because either that or they show up 45 minutes early, like before you're done. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd love to have some cement trucks come out here and put some pads down for some stuff.
That would be fantastic. Because I tell you what, mixing cement by hand, that is a job that is harder than I'm willing to work. Well, unless we needed to, at which point I would. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. What else is going on? What are you guys doing? You got any projects going? Anything that's been interesting to work on? I mean, we've been filming like crazy. We got our work stuff that we do, the old editing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Doing a lot in the garden.
Mm-hmm. Which is looking so beautiful.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Take some pictures and just share them up. My pumpkins are looking amazing. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, me too.
But not pumpkins, big.
The plants.
The planties.
Yeah. Which I'm just excited about when they become pumpkins, because we can make containers out of them and shaker instruments.
So many jack-o'-lanterns.
So many jack-o'-lanterns.
I'm going to make pumpkin pie.
It's going to be amazing.
Probably.
It's going to be amazing. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be way cool.
Uh-huh. All right, 10 here also. Quick shower into bed for me, too. Dredging and cleaning 9 acres of stream again in the morning.
Wow.
damn beavers. Oh, sweet dreams to all. Hey, good night to you too, Lila. It was great having you hang out with us. And we hope to see you again next week. That sounds like a lot of work as well.
Yes.
I would love to see like pictures of that or videos. So share them with me if you do take any or tag me in them.
Yeah, and good luck. Hope it
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
Smooth enough.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah.
Totes.
And get those beavers.
Yeah.
Good night. Yeah, yeah.
Sweet.
Hey, it's Lisa. Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
Hey.
Looking good. You should have seen us earlier when the scorpion was running across my neck here. Uh, if you get a chance, go back to the beginning of the video after we're done and tell me what you think of my reaction to it. But thank you very much.
Crazy, yes.
Glad to see you. Let's go. Brandon says it's 165 a yard here. My truck will haul 9.5 yards. Hey, that's pretty awesome, actually. I think it's like $260 a yard here. So, you got to pay the California prices, even though we're not really in California. But, they're like, well, 90 minutes south, they can charge this much. So we ought to be able to chalk 10% onto that and go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's charge for gas.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might ultimately be cheaper to have you drive some concrete down to us than order a truck for ourselves. So
that's funny. Interesting.
Lisa says it's going. LOL. Dang, I will have to watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna make some shorts of it because I think it was probably pretty hilarious to have watched, especially in a live stream, which I could. Hey. The internet has brought about many things, many stories hath been told. But I seriously doubt any live streamer has ever had a scorpion crawling on them that was not intentional during the live stream.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure that's a once in a lifetime thing. Yeah. And Lisa would have picked herself. Luckily, I didn't do that, but I have had the heebie-jeebies for the last hour. So, yeah, I think, wow, high price living there. Yeah, I don't know that it's. I think it's a volume thing. There's really not many people that are ordering cement trucks, So, so the one company doesn't have any competition. I think there's one or two actually. Sousa Ready Mix and some other company. But I think that's more the thing than anything else. So yeah, I'll just break out the little concrete mixer out there and get some bags. Have you seen that one? It's called the Mix Pro or something like that. You just break the bag into it and it's got a constant stream of water going into it and like a little like worm gear that then mixes up the concrete and then it just kind of splats it out a little bit at a time. So you just keep emptying bags into it. It's freaking awesome, but they're like $5,000. It's a little thing like this. Give me like 4.5 hours, a little bit of scrap metal and a stick welder. I'll have that thing put together. Then it'll take like 2.5 weeks to adjust the water. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Right here said the magic word.
Oh.
So,
Mm-hmm. There it goes.
There it is. It's party time.
Party time.
So, That's funny. My saying is that's gonna itch when it dries. Yeah. Carrie, for some reason, doesn't find that amusing.
Gross.
I find it hilarious. Battle of the sexes.
Gross. It's funny, but it's also gross.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's party time. Yeah, thanks for reminding me there. Let's go, Brandon. All right. With Scorpion, I can see Jason doing the boogie dance. It was pretty close. It was pretty close. I'm like, yeah. I look like one of the Three Stooges, you know?
Oh, it's funny.
I'm not gonna put that on screen, Lisa, but that's pretty funny.
Oh man.
This one I will though. I want to go chase frogs with the kids. I'll tell you what. And that was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful thing.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, I just posted a video, kids plus frogs equals happiness.
I saw it. I even commented on it. I actually don't spend much time like on social media for myself. Yeah, you know, so
I haven't checked any. I think maybe a couple. I don't.
I'm sure I have 3 million followers on TikTok by now. I haven't been on in so long. It's like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
But what are you going to do? I'm a busy guy.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It was so much fun with the frogs. I've never seen that many in that location before. Yeah.
Back to red.
Excellent entertainment.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Super good entertainment.
Chasing frogs when I was little too, and it was so fun. Yeah. Makes my heart happy that they got to have fun like that too.
I was just chasing Carrie.
But you never chased frogs before?
I wasn't much of a like chase frogs kind of guy.
Not even as a kid?
No. Well, I guess there was a certain amount of time. I liked turtles. There was where we were. There was a bunch of turtles. Turtle. Yeah, there was turtles all over the dang place. We'd go dirt bike riding in this area called OST Park, and then down. If you just kept going the way that you got to OST Park, you would end up at the Ventura River, and there were just a bunch of turtles. And the legend was that those were all the turtles that got flushed down the toilet when parents would buy their kids turtle pets, and then they didn't take care of them, so they're like, we got to get rid of them. And there was this urban legend about them going into the sewer and surfing the waves down into the Ventura River. And I'm like, you know, the sewer doesn't drain to the Ventura River, right? I don't know. That was no fun.
You were definitely right, though.
I was right. I know. I was totally right.
See, there was a turtle mommy who met a turtle daddy.
Yeah, and they loved each other very much.
And now there are many turtles. That's fun, though.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Nice.
Lisa, I love your kids just being kids. Yeah, they really are. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
Just 3 at a time, as many frogs as they can hold.
Let's make them face each other. Now look away. Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can teach them how to do a dance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
you two. Hey, Crystal. Hey, you two. How are you? Doing great. Just sitting here chit-chatting with folks on the internet and having scorpions crawl across my neck live on Facebook and YouTube. 2 different platforms.
What happened?
Got to see my reaction to a scorpion crawling across my neck, which, you know, in certain circles, I'll probably never live down. So there.
You are now the Scorpion King.
I am now the Scorpion live stream king. Yeah.
Man, it's good it didn't sting you.
It is really good because I would have, because this is how I am, I would have finished the live stream, but my face would have been swollen out to here it would have gotten progressively more difficult to talk, but I would have stuck it out for you guys. I love talking to you. So, you know.
Yeah, and then we would have gone on the road.
How long ago did this happen? About 2 hours. Why didn't you come sooner? I was on a live stream. That's the kind of thing you hang up a live stream for. No, it's not. Not for me. I'm here, ain't I? You ever heard that joke?
I don't think so.
When a rancher goes to the hospital, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain level? I'm here, ain't I? And well, he said, what did he say his pain level was? The doctor says to the nurse, and the nurse goes, he said, I'm here, ain't I? Doctor drops everything, runs to the phone, picks it up, calls an emergency. Does he have any bones sticking out?
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
Good.
I didn't tell the whole thing,
Yeah.
but you got the gist of
Got
it.
the gist of it.
Yeah. I'm here, ain't I? Oh, love seeing you too. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
We enjoy doing these little things, and this is really fun. Actually, it was nice to not just have like a whole thing worked out that I was going to go over, and just be able to hang out with you guys and
Yep.
and stave off scorpion attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chit chat, kick back.
Very nice.
Yep.
We still kept it real with the little things segment, though.
Definitely.
Got to maintain some continuity. Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
Or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I keep thinking I'll like run into you at some point, but I don't know if you're in the general area or if you're in Oregon now. I forget. But if I do see you around, I'll be like, oh my gosh, hey.
What's up? They get real high pitch real fast.
Exactly. I have a side story. So I met. Oh wait. Actually, I can't tell if it's. Never mind. I have to like get my facts straight before I share the story.
She's gonna write this down, and next week she's gonna report back on it.
I will.
Whatever the side story was.
I will.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm ready to kind of
Have some dinner.
have some dinner and whatnot. Crystal says, this is pretty cool. I've always wanted to hang out with you two. Well, you're hanging out with us right now. We're this is a hangout. This is not a me pontificating for an hour and a half, which is kind of nice. But I also do like to pontificate, what I mean? When I have something to say, I do find a soapbox is a handy tool to have.
Maybe once out of the month or thereabouts, we do one like this.
Yeah.
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 What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know in the chat if you want us to continue doing just like hangout sort of live streams once a month or so out of the 4 to 5 months, depending on how many days are in the month.
Right. I can't guarantee we're going to have a scorpion as the special guest that was not invited.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Live stream crasher. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm immediately after this, I'm going to go somewhere and like shake off the willies, you know what I mean? Because those scorpions, they're no joke. They're no joke. No joke, those scorpions are. So yeah. So anyhow, be sure to keep a lookout for the video that we're going to be having coming out in the next week or so, week and a half. It is, like I said earlier in the live stream, probably the greatest video that's ever been uploaded in the history of the internet. And so you're going to not want to miss that, because you'd be one of the few people who did. I don't like to toot my own horn, but but this one's pretty good. Crystal says, LMAO, you're funny, enjoy dinner. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So until next week, we love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. We had a blast.